Hello my correct and wonderful people, how una day? Welcome back to Lizzy Gist World, the home of authentic gist, real talk, deep conversations, and everything that touches the heart and mind. I greet every one of you according to your time and location. To my amazing and ever supportive subscribers, I see you all and I truly appreciate your love and consistency. If you are just coming across this beautiful family for the first time, you are highly welcome. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification, and join this growing community where we talk truth with love and understanding. Guys, today's gist is something else. This one is not just ordinary gist. This one is deep, emotional, spiritual, and thought-provoking. It is the kind of message that will make you sit down and really think about your life, your choices, and the direction you are heading. Because what was shared is not just talk, it is a wake-up call, and honestly, if you listen carefully, you will see that it concerns almost everybody in this generation. So let us get into it properly, because this one no be small talk at all, as in it goes deep. A message was shared, and it talked about how we as humans, especially in this modern world, are slowly drifting away from something very important, something powerful, something that was given to us freely, something that is meant to guide us, comfort us, and help us navigate life, and that thing is the Holy Spirit. Now listen carefully, because this is where it gets very interesting. She said that many people today are constantly on social media, constantly on their phones, constantly searching, asking, and trying to connect with people they do not even know. We wake up and the first thing we do is pick up our phones, we scroll, we chat, we ask questions, we seek answers, we depend on technology for almost everything. And yes, technology is good, it has made life easier, it has opened doors, it has given us access to information, it has made communication faster, nobody is denying that. But the problem now is not the existence of technology, the problem is how much we are depending on it, because according to her, something is happening quietly, something many people are not even noticing, and that is the shift from depending on God to depending on AI. She said something that caught everybody's attention. Something that made people pause and think. She said when people ask what is the Holy Spirit, we should think of it in a way that relates to what we understand today, and she compared it to AI. She said the Holy Spirit is like the original guide, the original helper, the original source of wisdom that was given to us by God. Now before anybody misunderstands, she was not saying they are the same. No, she was trying to explain in a relatable way, because many people today understand AI more than they understand spiritual things. AI answers questions, gives direction, suggests solutions, helps you organize your thoughts, and even motivates you sometimes, right? But she said the Holy Spirit has been doing all these things long before technology ever existed. The difference is that one is divine and spiritual, while the other is man-made. Now she went further to explain something very personal, something that made her message even more real. She said there was a time she woke up feeling overwhelmed, tired, and mentally exhausted. She could not even focus on reading her script. She felt heavy, confused, and scattered, and I am sure many of us can relate to that feeling, that moment when everything just feels like too much. Instead of running to her phone or looking for quick solutions online, she decided to pray, not a long complicated prayer, just a simple and sincere one. She asked God to help her declutter her mind, to help her organize her thoughts, to give her clarity, and according to her, something happened, not immediately like magic, but gradually. The next day things started falling into place, ideas started coming, strength returned, motivation came back, clarity entered her mind, and everything she had been struggling with began to make sense. And that was when she said she realized something powerful. She realized that this is exactly what the Holy Spirit does. Guiding, helping, reminding, strengthening, and bringing clarity. Now here is where the warning comes in. She said many Christians today are beginning to replace that connection. Instead of praying first, they open an app first. Instead of seeking God, they ask AI. Instead of listening to the Holy Spirit, they listen to digital responses. And over time, without even realizing it, they begin to depend more on technology than on God. She said this is dangerous, not because AI is bad, but because it is taking a position it was never meant to take. It is supposed to be a tool, not a replacement. She even said something very striking. She said everything the devil is trying to create in this world is like a prototype, a copy, or an imitation of what already exists in the Bible. Think about it deeply. God created man, now humans are trying to create something that behaves like humans. God created community, now we have social media trying to replicate connection. God gave us guidance through the Holy Spirit, now we have AI giving advice and direction. You see the pattern. She said sometimes we get carried away by how shiny and attractive these things look, because fake things often appear more appealing on the surface. They look advanced, they look powerful, they look like they have all the answers, but deep down, they cannot give the kind of fulfillment that comes from a spiritual connection with God. And this is where many people are missing it. Because even after getting answers, even after solving problems, even after finding temporary relief, there is still an emptiness, there is still something missing, and that missing piece is the connection to God. She emphasized that when we rely too much on these tools, we may solve problems, yes, but we may lose something more important: peace, fulfillment, and spiritual growth. She said the Holy Spirit is our friend, our helper, our guide, and we must not neglect that relationship. Now the person sharing this gist also added her own perspective, and she made it even clearer. She said AI is useful, yes, but it should never replace God. We should not get to a point where the first thing we do when we have a problem is to run to an app instead of speaking to God. She said many people now treat AI like their first point of contact, like their first solution, and that is where the problem lies. Because over time, it becomes a habit, and habits shape our lives. She also talked about how the Holy Spirit works in ways we may not even notice immediately. Sometimes you pray, and you do not see instant results, but things begin to align gradually. Ideas come, opportunities show up, strength returns, and before you know it, what you prayed for starts manifesting. And many people have experienced this before. That moment when you just feel guided, when you suddenly know what to do, when things just start making sense. She said that is the Holy Spirit at work. But because we are now used to instant answers, we sometimes ignore that process. We want quick results, fast solutions, immediate responses, and that is why many people are drawn to AI. But she warned that we need to slow down, reflect, and retrace our steps. Because not everything that is fast is better, not everything that is easy is right. She also made it clear that this message is not about condemning anyone, but about creating awareness. Because almost everybody is involved in one way or the other. We all use technology, we all rely on it to some extent, but the key is balance. Do not let it take the place of God. Do not let it replace your spiritual connection, always put God first. She even said that God is the one who gave humans the wisdom to create these technologies in the first place. So instead of putting the creation above the Creator, we should always acknowledge the source. This message is truly a wake-up call. It is a reminder that while we move forward in a digital world, we must not forget our spiritual foundation. We must not lose our connection with God. We must not replace prayer with prompts, or faith with technology. Because at the end of the day, true fulfillment does not come from answers alone, it comes from connection, peace, and purpose. So guys, what do you think about this message? Do you agree that people are beginning to depend too much on AI? Do you think this is something we should be concerned about? Or do you feel it is just a normal part of modern life? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. because this is a conversation we all need to have. And please, do not misunderstand the message. It is not against technology, it is about priorities. Use technology, yes, but do not replace God. Seek help, yes, but do not forget the source of true guidance. Thank you so much for watching Lizzy's Gist World. Thank you for staying with me to the end. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Stay blessed, stay safe, and always put God first.